Everyone, this is your market update for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. Today we're going to get ADP employment for May expected at 110,000. The prior month was just 62,000, so we'll see where that number comes in. At 10 a.m., we'll get ISM services for May, as well as the Fed Beige Book at 2 p.m. I wanted to point out that yesterday we got job openings, and they were significantly higher than expected at 7.4 million versus the 7.1 million estimate. Over to the charts today, we're going to start with a dollar. I think it holds the keys to what happens next in gold. The dollar peaked in January and it fell around 11%, crashing all the way until April. And this temporary low in April corresponded with the peak in gold. I think during this decline, gold rallied from around $2,700 to $3,500. And then the dollar bounced. And as it bounced, gold retraced back down to that May pivot. And now the dollar is back retesting this area around 98. I think we might be putting in a double bottom. We'll see. If we are putting in a double bottom, and prices hold support here around 98, then I think we'll see a rebound into the summer, and that is when we'll get our pullback in gold. But right now, we haven't confirmed a bottom. To confirm an intermediate degree bottom in the dollar, we need to see progressive closes above the 50-day EMA. Currently, that level is 100.8. We rallied up to it, but we never closed above it here in May. So we're still looking for a confirmed bottom in the dollar. And once we have that, I think we'll see our correction in gold. We have a positive divergence in the MACD here in the bottom panel. As prices are nearing the April low, we have a significant momentum divergence. So I think we're getting very close to a bottom in the dollar, and then that's when we'll get our correction in gold. Over to the gold chart, currently trading at $3,372. We need prices to close below yesterday's low. That was $3,357 to form a swing high. And if we get a swing high, then maybe this will begin to roll over. But really, like I said, we got to wait for the dollar to put in a bottom. And once we get the dollar to bounce, then we'll get our correction in gold. Right now, I think this may have been the intermediate cycle low here in April. It was only 3 days and prices never fell below the 50-day EMA, but it lines up with the other cycles, and that tells me that we might be 8 weeks into a new intermediate rally, which puts the next bottom probably sometime in August. I still think we could probably reach the 2,800 area as long as prices stay below 3,500. If we see a breakout above 3,500 in June, then that 2,800 level target's probably going to be off the table, and I'll have to revise that. But right now, I still think 2,800 is possible, and we'll see if prices roll over here. If the dollar rallies, then I think we'll see prices drop below the May low here, and we could see maybe 2,800 in August is my guess. Over to silver, currently trading at $34.53. We are coming into significant resistance around 35. We're going to see what happens here. Are we going to break above 35 or not? Really, I'd have to see probably a sustained follow through above, say, $36. It's possible prices could rally all the way up to this trend line and still remain in consolidation. So I'd have to see probably a breakout lasting more than a couple days above $36 to consider this a sustained breakout. And then if we see that, then I think we're probably on our way to 40. But right now, we're still in consolidation and prices are in a very critical threshold here. We'll see what happens, which way they break. Over to platinum, currently trading at $1,084. We're in the seasonal period for a peak. We'll see if we get it here in May. As long as prices stay below, say, $1,100, I think we could be putting in a top. If we get a significant breakout through $1,100 with follow through, say, above $1,150, then I'd say that's probably a significant breakout in platinum. Otherwise, I think we're probably going to roll over here and head into a seasonal low in August or September, maybe back down to the 900 level. Over to GDXJ, I wanted to give you a look on this. I think I see something interesting here. Um, we have the cycle boundary here, this upper boundary. Prices have been contained by this for the last year and a half or so, and we're testing it again. So I think we could be coming into a top here. We have a negative divergence in the MACD. So as prices are making higher highs, the MACD is not. Now, if prices just continue through $70 without any problem, then we would probably alleviate this and that wouldn't be an issue any longer. But right now we have waning momentum as prices are nearing this upper boundary. And I also wanted to point out we have a pretty consistent 5 month cycle here in miners. So we had a bottom here in October 2023, and then in March 2024, August, and then late December. And we are about due for the next cycle turning point. And I think we have the potential for an inverted cycle. So instead of seeing a cycle low, prices might be putting in a cycle high. When we line up the cycles, it looks like we are due right around now for the next cycle turning point. So we could have an inverted cycle high here, and we'll see if prices roll over. If this boundary holds and prices roll over, and we see them dip back below, say $65, and we have a pretty big gap here around $65.34. We see progressive closes back below this gap, then I'd say we do have an inverted cycle high, and we're probably going to drop back into the summertime. I think August would be a good time for the next major low if we get this inverted cycle high. So I'll be watching that. And then lastly, over to the S&P 500. We've been tracking that 2022 breakdown, and it's deviated enough now where I think I'm ready to get rid of it. It looks like they're going to continue to just print money. They didn't quite cut the budget deficit as we were hoping with the Doge initiative. Elon Musk has gone back to Tesla, and it looks like they're just. I think the big beautiful bill only had maybe $9 billion of cuts in it, so that was disappointing. And it looks like they're just going to keep printing money here. And I think that's going to keep pressure on stocks to the upside. I don't think we're probably going to see a recession. I think the April lows likely going to hold. We'll probably see some 5 to 10% scary pullbacks as volatility remains here over the tariffs. But all in all, I think we're probably going to continue higher and see fresh highs into year end. That's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful day.